Okay, everybody. Today's video is how to get off blood pressure medicine. 10 ways to do that. Or I guess 10 ways how to never get on it. Either way you want to look at it here. So we have a list. This is recommended things from the Mayo Clinic website. This is also going to be what your doctor recommends. I'll tell you my thoughts of the situation and why I think about this. And hopefully this helps everybody out. All right, so I shot this video yesterday and 3.5 minutes in, the camera shut off and I didn't see it. So I was like, okay, I guess we're redoing it now. That's just the way it is sometimes. So you have high blood pressure. You're not sure what to do. Whether it involves a doctor at this point or not, or you just checked it at home and it was really high. Usually that's the way people find out. You can start off with dizziness, nauseous, all kinds of stuff. And you stumble across your blood pressure is out of control, right? Or you had no symptoms and the doctor checked it and it was out of control. Okay, very first thing everybody says, lose extra weight. It says men are at risk of their waist measurement is greater than 40 inches. Women are at risk of their measurement is greater than 35 inches. Is that an absolute key element of this? I don't know. I mean, I lost quite a bit of weight last year and didn't make any change. It all depends on the person. You know, there's a lot of variables to it. And exercise regularly. This can lower blood pressure. Will it guarantee low blood pressure? It all depends. If you're already really active and you already get a lot of exercise and you have high blood pressure, is this going to help you? Probably not. Like I said, it greatly depends on the person. I do know for a fact you're supposed to keep your heart rhythm, your heartbeat over 150 a minute. And if you keep your heart rate up, you actually burn a lot more calories. If you're just walking and doing mild cardio stuff, you're not really getting exerted, that's not going to help you. I do know for a fact that mine is high. Like this week, I've been sitting around all week making videos, been having to work on stuff here, not really getting out and about too much. And blood pressure's been on the higher side. So if I go to the treadmill and I run, let's say I run a mile, because I'm old and fat, I run a mile at about 5.5 miles an hour, going from walking to 5.5 miles an hour, trying to keep my heart rate around 150. Your heart rate can be as high as 200, depends on what you're doing. But that really seems to knock my blood pressure down a lot. General exercise, no. The right exercise, more likely yes. And you might be really active. You might be a construction worker, a mechanic, or something like that. And you're doing physical stuff every day, picking up heavy things. But the difference is, as I know, that's not the right kind of exercise. That's stuff that'll hurt your body instead of help it, as I know, right? And as everybody on here also knows. So if you're sitting at home, watching TV all day, eating Little Debbie's and McDonald's, your blood pressure is high, then losing weight and exercise you could greatly benefit by. Eat a healthy diet. This is controversial too because you include different kinds of salts. Iodized salt is not good for you. Or Celtic salt. I'll put a link in the description to Celtic salt and everything else here. A decent blood pressure checker. I think they got these marked down at $34 now. It runs off AA batteries. This has been a godsend for me to be able to check stuff whenever I need to. And then, of course, our krill oil and our sea moss, or krill oil for hypertension or high blood pressure. We have amazing results with this, and sea moss for anxiety. Now, I can tell you this. I've cut back on these the last couple days, and I feel like I'm not as reliant on this stuff anymore. Like it's truly actually helping instead of just covering something up, right? I was three krill oils a day. I'm at 2 a day right now, and everything's fine. Sea mosses, I was 2 in the morning, 2 at night. I feel like I probably cut back to 1 in the morning, 1 at night, or 1 in the morning at 2 at night. Depends on my sleep situation. I was very lucky. I've been deprived of sleep, and we'll talk about it here in a second. And I was able to take the sea moss before bedtime, and that's tremendously helped me. Tremendously. If you don't have any, I have neck pain. If you don't have any neck pain or your back hurts, something else keeping you up, obviously. But that definitely relaxed my mind a lot. That's a a lot of pills. That's what does it say here? 180 capsules. I think it was around $29, give or take. Don't quote me on that. Like I said, if you're interested in that, we'll put that in the description. That's been really a great example. If you take too much of this, it can give you a little bit of a heartbeat, as anything you take too much of. I think the best thing with krill oil or fish oil is to figure out where you need to be. If you're having a little bit of heart fluttering stuff, back up a little bit on it. It may be too much for your body. And just kind of play it by ear. Anyhow, the salt. They're saying you got to do the DASH diet, which is dietary approaches to stop hypertension. As they found out as time went on, it may not be all iodized salt. A lot of it could be heavily processed sugars and heavily processed flour. You know, any kind of sugars or flour are both dyed and bleached with all kinds of ugly stuff. I've been reading up on the processed flour, which everybody uses. Anytime you eat bread or cake or any kind of stuff like that, you use highly processed, bleached, and preservative flour. And latest findings are that may be a bigger problem than even salt. So we'll keep researching that, see what comes up with that, and keep you posted. It says you're supposed to limit your sodium to 2,300 milligrams a day or less, but for most adults, I did a limit sodium to 1,500 milligrams a day. That's a tough cookie to crumble right there, because everything you buy in the store anywhere is full of salt and sugar and everything you don't want, and preservatives like EDTA. EDTA is one of those preservatives that's outlawed in most other countries. It's still legal here in the States. I'm not sure why, but that's another whole situation there. It's telling you the read food labels, eat fewer processed foods. If you're eating Braunschweiger and bologna and hot dogs and crap like that, that's gonna take you out. I know a lot of you guys, hey, my fellow mechanic friends, a lot of people love salt, love salty food. They're going to McDonald's on the lunch break or fast food. That's not going to live very long, and it's gonna wreck your stomach too. Your stomach does not deal with that. As it says, cooking at home, you can control everything. That's what we do here. If I make a dessert and it's a cake, we'll slice the icing sugar in half, and you end up with a lot softer, nicer icing than you ordinarily would, and it's not so damn sweet. We do that a lot. We did that for a long time here, several years. And that's why I built this kitchen, because I wanted somewhere where you cook stuff and eat healthier in general. I cook stuff here. It's very rare that me and my girlfriend eat out anymore at all. About once a week, and we'll try to limit what we eat at that point in time. Control your cholesterol and blood sugar. Extremely high cholesterol puts you at heart risk, obviously. Obviously, your arteries are all stopped up. Your blood pressure is going to be higher. Blood sugar the same way. I mean, if you have high blood sugar, my findings are your blood pressure is going to also be up with that. You know, anytime you're overly excited, overly stimulated with sugars, caffeine, your blood pressure is going to be raised up. You got to check your blood pressure at a resting level, which is difficult to do. If you're all hopped up on caffeine, trying to check your blood pressure and get a good reading is pretty difficult to do, because you can't calm down. Limit alcohol. A lot of guys in the comments saying, you know, oh, I drank a 12 pack or a 30 pack a day. My blood pressure is fine. Yeah, it might be fine that day after you drink that and your blood is thin as water, but the next day it's going to go up. It's going to go up. I recommend no more than, let me see, 1.5 ounces of liquor, no more than 5 ounces a day of wine, and no more than 12 fluid ounces, which is a normal can of beer, a day. Once you go past one drink a day, you're going the other way and hurting yourself. Not to mention, you drink a bunch of alcohol, you're more likely to get sunburn and skin cancer. That's a big thing. Every time you thin your blood tremendously, your chances of skin-related issues come up. Also, you sweat that stuff out of your pores. Everybody around you is gonna smell you. You're gonna smell like a rotten beer walking around. You won't smell it. because you drink the beer. Just like garlic. You eat a clove of garlic, you're not going to smell it afterwards. Everybody within a mile radius is going to smell it. You're going to be sweating that crap out, burping it, farting it out, just be oozing out of your body everywhere, and breathing your breath on people. You know, it's just, I'm going to get off on that subject, but anyhow, quit smoking. A lot of people on here, a lot of my dear friends on here are smokers. A lot of my dear friends here are smokers. And if you have blood pressure issues, smoking makes your blood thick, period. It raises your risk of heart attack. It raises your risk of high blood pressure and or stroke. If you already have some clogged arteries and you're still smoking, it's just a matter of time. It's going to get you. And we don't want to see anybody succumb to those things on this channel. I like to help people instead of hearing horror stories, so-and-so died or this and that. I don't like hearing that. I like helping people out. If you're smoking, you may come from a family that smoked, your dad smoked, your grandpa smoked, your mom smokes, but you got to break that chain. If you want to live very long, you have to break that chain. That's for another video. That's just my thoughts of it. Get a good night's sleep. Old Fatty here is guilty of that one. That's been extremely hard for me to do. Neck pain or this or that. You know, like I said, the sea moss has helped me tremendously. Before that, when I was on Ibisartan, that stuff would keep you up all night. And I would go weeks with no sleep, very little sleep. And blood pressure was up. I felt like a damn zombie. I slept enough last night where I feel normal. My neck didn't hurt. I've been normal. Today I'm the most normal I have been in probably a week. I've got a decent amount of sleep. By decent, I mean 5 or 6 hours. That's enough for me to go to see another day. If I don't sleep for several days very good, blood pressure starts going up. You know, this kind of stuff is not bulletproof. You still have to do your part. But it's pretty damn good. That's better than any blood pressure medication I found. As I tell everybody, if you're on blood pressure meds, do not stop taking those all at once. You have to look up how to get off of those on the internet. Usually takes 2 to 3 weeks or maybe a month to get off those meds. Only if this stuff is working, the fish oil is working, and it's low, I'd recommend trying to cycle off of that. Be so careful. You'll have withdrawals from getting off your blood pressure meds, and you may not let it tell about it. So be very careful with that. Ease stress. That's easy to say, right? This is the very last one, number 8. Ease stress. I'm on 8, but I already did 10. So this would be number 10 for you guys. Long-term stress may play a part in high blood pressure. More research is needed. Effects on stress reduction techniques. Don't try to do too much. We're all guilty of that. Overdoing it. I can't sit here 5 minutes thinking there's something that has to be done. This time of year, it's 100 outside, and we're in August in Missouri. If you've ever been in Missouri in August, you'll understand. You walk out of the AC, go outside, you turn right back around and go right back in. There's a million things that needs to be done. I'll wake up in the middle of the night thinking about it, or be having dreams about fixing stuff. They'll only wake up in the morning, figure out you didn't fix anything, except make your blood pressure high, and you have to go out and do it all over again. You dream you're fixing crap. That's a big thing. You can't shut your mind off. I have not had that with the sea moss. That has knocked that out completely. You know, like I said, links in the description for all that stuff. It's not 100% effective. I feel like it's over 95% effective. Your blood pressure medicine is 20% effective at best, if even. And it comes with a whole host of side effects. There are no severe side effects to this stuff. The sea moss, I can't find any side effect. Except I don't feel that tightness in my chest, that anxiety type situation. That's all gone. That's going to be it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this helps somebody out. Write in the comments if this stuff has helped you out. And if you're on the fish oil or sea moss and you're having positive effects from that, I'd love to hear from you. We'll see you again tomorrow with another video.